So I'm going to get into what the disease thing is in this map. Now, I don't think I'm going to cut the episode here yet. Maybe I will. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Pikmin. In the last episode, we cleared the whole of Beasts, and today we are in the White Flower Garden. You may be noticing my audio being weird in this episode because I'm not sure how I'm dividing most of the episodes yet. In this case, we're kind of like going all over the place. We do have our radar going crazy over here. This shoe polish. Now, I believe this was kiwi shoe polish, and now it is just black shoe polish. Oh, Pikmin 2, you are another example of the generics. Now, I don't think there's anything on this side, but there is a reason to explore. Sometimes we'll get nectar dropping from above, and that is great if it happens. Now, I believe we're already done this sub-level. We got shoe polish. Alien billboard. Yes, I was right. This was once kiwi shoe polish. And we did find all the treasure. We heard the sound before when we knew we found all the treasure on a sub-level. What the treasure gauge helps us with is knowing did we find where to find the treasure, as well as something extra that we will see in this cave, actually. So, we have... Oh, we're definitely getting another one here. 4. So this is definitely another brand that was lost. Oh gosh. What is it gonna be called? Drought Ender. Oh gosh, that could be any one of these. Coconut water. Right here, Drought Ender. It was a Dr. Pepper bottle cap. Gosh, we're getting a lot more, we're finding a lot more in this one. Okay. With purples. We really want to be careful of the fiery blowhogs because they will throw Pikmin off. My approach is use purple Pikmin because they can stun, but also get the blowhogs to face you. We have a treasure over here. It's clearly a pink diamond. And let's get the blowhogs collected. And I think there's only one other thing. It's a heart diamond. Petrified heart. I'm guessing hearts on Hokotate are identical to hearts on Earth, since the ship called it the same thing. Jump, leap, down we go, deeper into the cave. Now I believe we're on the special floor. Sub-level 3 of the White Flower Garden. Yes. Now, I do want to throw... There we go. A Pikmin onto the glow stick. This is why it's called the White Flower Garden. Because we have white Candypop buds. Look how beautiful they are.
How can a flower so deep underground bloom so robustly? How mysterious. This place is conspicuously warm. Could it act as a kind of hothouse for foliage? What an interesting development. The Pikmin look as if they long to be tossed into the flower.
It is because while the game can't predict whether or not the white flowers are going to be our first flower or not, that's not the point. Now, I am going to pluck the white Pikmin. Bleep. Oh, bleep, bleep. Oof. Ooh, someone belched.
Incredible! A white Pikmin. It is tiny, but looks distinctively swift. Its eyes are an unseemly red. This type of Pikmin was not mentioned in your notes, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Our data record on this type is a blank page, since a certain captain never documented them.
You're fired, ship.
You must experiment and make detailed observations for the benefit of future generations.
So, white Pikmin, as the ship noted, white Pikmin are distinctly fast. This means that they are going to move faster. As you can even tell in our group, leaf white Pikmin follow us at the same speed as flower red Pikmin. As we proceed forward, white Pikmin will start to dig.
Amazing, the white Pikmin have unearthed a treasure that was completely buried in the ground. Perhaps those beady red eyes of theirs allow them to sense objects buried in the dirt.
Once it becomes unburied enough, the white Pikmin will be able to, or other Pikmin will be able to join in the dig. And now we are at the bottom where the next hole is. But before we go there, let us go take a look. Another attribute white Pikmin have that is distinct will be the white Pikmin's poisonous ability. If a white Pikmin is eaten by a monster, they will secrete a poison and cause damage to the enemy that eats them. Very distinct. Eats them. Super sticky, super stick textile. Because we have enemies that don't always eat Pikmin, but rather will crush them. Bless me, but will rather crush the Pikmin. Okay. I think, nope, not all of the white Pikmin were able to get the the nectar. That is okay. Let's dive deeper. Game has been saved. White Flower Garden. We do have 2 more subfloors to travel through. This one, which now gets us more knowledge about white Pikmin capabilities. Since white Pikmin are already poisonous, they are also immune to poison, which is what the strange disease-like icon entering a cave is representing. I do want to make sure that we clear out all of the poison, just because of navigation purposes. Poison, oh gosh, yes, poison was a natural phenomenon in Pikmin. In Pikmin, the poison was attributed to the Puffstool boss. Now, with that being said, that does not mean that... let's throw whites up there, actually. 6. So, white Pikmin will carry treasure back much faster than other Pikmin. That's very useful, actually. This is also a very different layout than what I normally encounter for Pikmin. We have survival ointment. I believe this... Oh gosh, was this changed? Don't think this was. I think it was always survival ointment. It's chapstick, basically. And I just completely ruined that. Sorry. Okay, we'll let that go. That's obviously a toadstool. We'll let the Pikmin carry the mushroom back. And this, it's actually an interesting kind of toadstool. It's a toxic toadstool. That was in fact all of the treasure here. Now we're gonna make our way deeper. To sub-level 5. And this is the final floor here of the White Flower Garden. And the boss of this floor has built us a nest. It is a Burrowing Snagret! And it ate a Purple Pikmin. Seriously? It was definitely dead. Oh.
Well done, Captain Olimar. You've defeated that freakish half-bird, half-serpent hybrid. Oh no, don't tell me that treasure was ingested by that beast, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I'm so glad that the ship will always take treasure. Let's get the Burrowing Snagret's head going. And now we'll get the glove. The Burrowing Snagret's body is going to be worth how many Pokos? The Empress Ball Blacks was worth 15. This boss is worth 10. So it's actually less valuable. We got ourselves another treasure. Another super treasure, actually. The 5-man knapsack.
This material looks comfortable. I will use it to patch the boss's favorite sleeping bag. Seam test conclusive. Cross-stitching successful. The knapsack is complete. When you have an unoccupied time interval, press the right stick to take a nap.
Now I'm going to demonstrate what that does here. We will lie down, and the Pikmin will carry us back to base. I don't really know the purpose of doing that. You could do it back in Pikmin 1, and I actually never even tried to do it, to be honest. I should have. We have ourselves a large collection of nectar. Let's pull all of our Pikmin through. Perfect. Okay, guys. That is technically going to be it. But what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day is take my red Pikmin through all of these, both of these caves a few more times until I have gotten a lot more white and purple Pikmin. We got 7 out of 7 treasures. The cave is complete. So, we're able to save. We come back to the Awakening Wood. And you know what? What I'll do is let's grab all the Pikmin. And let's make our way to the 2 gates first. We still have all of our whites, so all 15. Okay. Oh, I did that wrong.
Astounding, the heads on the Pikmin are glowing and they seem extremely agitated. The Ultra Spicy Spray appears to increase Pikmin speed and attack power. What a discovery!
Because I actually needed the whites. Because now they'll break this down way faster, so I guess I only wasted the extra nectar I had. Come on, Pikmin. Okay. Okay. So basically, we're gonna go back into the caves for the rest of the day. I'm gonna cut and see you at the end of the day when I'm revealing how many Pikmin we've collected.
Good morning. The white Pikmin are lodged with the purple ones in my hull. The two types are sleeping well and do not quarrel. I have made them most comfortable. You can call out the white Pikmin by standing in the light beneath me and pressing A. On a separate note, be wary of overworking yourselves. Taking a break can be courageous too. To retire early for the day, press plus and then press right on the D-pad.
We're not taking a break. That only happened because I put all my white Pikmin away and went into a cave. Back to your regular scheduled Pikmin programming.
Olimar, Louis, the sun will be setting soon. Call all of the Pikmin to you. This planet's native nocturnal life forms are ferocious and therefore dangerous. Load your Pikmin into the onion and yourselves into my hull so we can take refuge in low orbit. Pikmin in your squad will enter the onion on their own at day's end, so call them all to you.
Okay, guys, we're gonna jump right back in from this point because our countdown timer on the surface is actually at 2, which is... it's really borderline. We managed to really boost our purple Pikmin on this day, which is good because purple Pikmin become a great asset, particularly for endgame stuff. So let's get all of our Pikmin gathered together and we're gonna let the timer run out and then we're gonna see just what we've got. Now, I did lose 2 purple Pikmin due to a battle and I'm so angry about it because one of them shouldn't have even been eaten. We're taking off. Louis is not in the shuttle. I don't understand why. As a clarification, by the way, of time recorded, all 3 episodes that you've watched the past 3 days have all been done in one recording, as that's what I'm gonna do when it comes to cave exploration. Everything is still going to be recorded on a single day, but chopped up as need be. We are entering 1 hour and 45 minutes of recording. That's how long it took me to get us boosted to 63 purples. That's not just doubling the population. That's not even tripling. That is 6 times the population. But as you can see, we did take a massive drop in red Pikmin as a result of this. And that is because we lost Pikmin to battle. If I press the ZL button, we'll see 4 Pikmin lost. But also, red Pikmin were being used to populate Purple and White Pikmin. How's progress, Olimar? Remember, you'll never get anything done if you sit back and watch from afar. Press ZR for a close-up view of the action. Now, we also got a lot of treasures collected today. So what we're going to do is go into the treasure hoard and check out our new notes. My gosh, there's so many. I found this fascinating fruit while out exploring today. The skies cleared up, and I felt peaceful watching the pink flower petals flutter in the wind. During this perilous expedition, it seems strange to have such soft-hearted, romantic thoughts. If I told my wife about this, I'm sure I'd get laughed at. Again. Oh, poor Olimar. The toxic toadstool. This dubious morsel doesn't look like it would be very agreeable with my innards. However, I bet Louis would try a bite. His appetite is insatiable, and he's always cooking up tasty meals. I'm glad that on this expedition, our ship's reactor can power our life support systems indefinitely. This will give us all the time we need to thoroughly examine all of the treasure we recover. I don't care if the president wants us to hurry. I've had enough of his hassling. I think I'll move more slowly just to cause him indigestion. Oh my goodness, Olimar. I have once again discovered a completely undocumented species of Pikmin. These white Pikmin can find and dig up items that are buried entirely underground. We never would have found this priceless treasure without them. Thankfully, it's the perfect stuff to patch a hole. I just noticed it's the perfect stuff to patch a hole I just noticed on the ship's hull. P.S. I named the cave where I first encountered the white Pikmin, the White Flower Garden. The vivid colors of this red stone reminds me of my wife's eyes when she's angry. Ooh. Olimar? You know, I've noticed that she has a few more wrinkles. I've probably caused her a lot of stress. When I return to Hokotate, I'll take her on a long vacation. Well, that's much sweeter compared to you just calling her out. What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I can feel good fortune smiling down on me. If I could just buy a lottery ticket right now, I'm sure I'd win. Really? On the ace? Computers viewed the world in ones and zeros, but my people are different. Our world isn't simply black or white, right or wrong. Everybody is different. Maybe one day the ship will understand that, and maybe one day it won't give me sass when I ask it to collect a slimy specimen. What does that have to do with the Strife monolith, Olimar? At night, I have nothing to do to keep me occupied. I've been searching for something to dull the boredom, but every time I find something I want to play with, it's broken. This object is a great example. It looks fascinating, but I can't get it to function. I guess all I have to do is write in my journal. This is a peculiar object. Just looking at it fills me with a powerful sense of nostalgia. Now that I think about it, the Pikmin had a curious look on their face when they carried it. Or maybe that was just my imagination. I think that's actually the D-pad to an NES controller. The cave we searched today was lined with flames, spewing spouts. The temperatures of the cave was absolutely stifling. Oh, that reminds me, I completely forgot to tell Louis about Red Pikmin. He's so quiet, I sometimes forget he's even there. This item I salvaged from the cave seems to be some kind of storage device, but I have no way to play back the contents. Okay. In a survival situation, the most important things are water, courage, and a first aid kit. I've got water and an endless supply of courage, but I don't have a first aid kit. Sometimes I don't have a whole lot of motivation either. I may be a daring explorer, but sometimes I just want to loaf around all day and sleep. Wait, what if the president reads this journal? I'd never dream of slacking on the job. Yeah. Good save there, Olimar. There are several different patterns drawn on this object surface. They appear to be characters or letters, but I can't make any sense of them. This is just an educated guess, but I wonder if this object is a kind of alien bulletin board. The size of the object seems about right for it. Is that why it's called Alien Billboard? Because of the letters on the shoe polish? That's actually pretty funny. Today, I delivered an impromptu lecture on the basics of wilderness survival. As Louis' superior, it is my responsibility to teach him these skills. Walking around as much as we do generates an intense thirst, so water becomes very important. I told Louis that we have to ration our water carefully. That's what I was thinking until I found this. I was so parched that I couldn't help myself. I drank all the water in the canteen. It tasted so good, but when I turned around, Louis gave me a cold stare. Gee, I wonder why Louis would give you a cold stare. 2 more items to read. Today, we searched a subterranean lair swarming with carnivorous bugs. The name Hole of Beasts immediately came to mind. The convenient contraption I found there has become an invaluable treasure-seeking tool. When it approaches a piece of treasure, the gadget beeps and the needle moves to the right. When all of the treasure in the area has been collected, the device powers down. When we left Hokotate, I thought we'd never be able to pay off the company's debt. But thanks to this gadget, I'm feeling optimistic about the outcome of this daring mission. And finally, I love to lie down in the grass, bask in the sun, and take an afternoon nap. With all these Pikmin following me, I rarely have time to relax. But recently, I got really tired and accidentally fell asleep by pressing the R stick. The Pikmin picked me up while I slept and carried me away to their onion. Hold your space horses, Pikmin. I'm not a pellet or a piece of treasure. Then I woke up. Great galaxies. It was all just a dream, wasn't it? Ooh, sounds like someone had a nightmare. Swapping over to our bestiary, we do have a couple beasts to read about in Olimar's notes. Fiery Blowhog, Sus Draconis, Blowhog family. This creature expels a volatile phosphorus compound from its snout that combusts upon contact with air. This fire-breathing ability is dependent upon the air-to-fuel ratio at its mouth, catalyst reaction with the expelled compound, and purification of the compound. Thus, it is highly unlikely such a complex process could cause the spontaneous explosion of a fallen blowhog. This process is also perhaps to avoid risk of spontaneous combustion in the belly of a live specimen. However, one should still treat a fiery blowhog with great care, even after its life functions have ceased. We have so many. Sheer grub, female. Hemigea mandibulosa mandiblard family. The males of this specimen are purple and black creatures with tapered mouths, while the females are lighter in color and lack an armored exoskeleton. As with most mandiblards, these creatures have regressed to the point where they have lost both legs and wings. They can be seen crawling around on the ground and are believed to feed on the vegetable extracts from the congealed fluids of expired Pikmin. Sheer grub males. Himagaya mandibulosa, mandiblard family. This specimen is a male sheer grub, having lost both legs and wings. The male burrow into the soil and waits to ambush small creatures that pass by. This beast's mandibles can be dangerous, making creatures, such as Pikmin, easy prey. Next we have the Cloaking Burrownet, which is different from future enemies. Cloaking Burrownet, Trilobitans reclusiva, Burrownet family. The snake eye patterns on this beast's shell is one of the most distinctive features of the Burrownet family. The red pattern of the Cloaking Burrownet and the spikes around its mantle makes it easily identifiable, while still making it a representative specimen of the Burrownet family. The shell on the Cloaking Burrownet's back also provides a frame that fixes its muscular structure in place. It appears to give the creature its powerful needle-launching attack. Okay. We did encounter matites during our harvesting of many Pikmin. So I do apologize for those who missed out on seeing these. Mitavius infiltratus, unknown family. These parasitic insects feed on eggs. Upon reaching maturity, they excrete a special pheromone that attracts females of particular species, enticing these females to swallow the matites whole. Pikmin, however, seem to dislike the scent. After entering the host female's body, the matites lay their own eggs inside the host's eggs just prior to the host spawning. That's really gross. Ivory Candypop bud. Ivory Candypop bud. Flora niveus Candypop family. Research from our most recent expedition has confirmed the presence of Candypop buds in subterranean regions. Considering the microecologies this plant has been found in, one can surmise that it could be found in any cavern regardless of geographic region. Tossing Pikmin into this flower always produces white Pikmin seeds, regardless of the color Pikmin tossed in. In many cases, plants with small leaves typically have limited polysynthetic capabilities and thus must find alternative means of obtaining nutrients, with parasitic and predatory behavior being most common. The Candypop could be considered one such example. I wonder what that actually means. Creeping chrysanthemum. Taraxacum rovinia, chrysanthemum family. Like Pikmin, the creeping chrysanthemum is a member of a group of creatures with ambulatory root structures. This creature is known as a mimic, but because it is actually a form of a plant, this label is not entirely accurate. For unknown reasons, the creeping chrysanthemum's mimicry does not fool Pikmin, perhaps because they share a similar heritage. It relies on preying upon other creatures to provide sustenance, so it has no need of leaves for photosynthesis. Generally speaking, the role of plants within an ecosystem is a producer species, and thus plants are generally found at the bottom of the food pyramid. However, on this strange planet, the line between producer plants and consumer plants is blurred. Ooh, fancy. Honeywisp, Nectara fatus, the honeywisp family. This floating life form drifts effortlessly on the winds. Upon death, its physical structure instantly collapses. And as the creature is particularly elusive and difficult to catch, no sample specimen have been acquired as of yet. If we could simply recover a live sample, research on this specimen would likely proceed more smoothly. That's actually really interesting. The common glowcap, fungi luminarium, glowcap family. The light emitted from this rare mushroom is neither a reflection nor a release of stored light. It grows not only on decomposing trees, but also on soil and rocks. This mushroom's fungal filaments are capable of stabilizing and concentrating pure Hocotadium 111. It is none other than the Hocotadium 111 approaching the point of critical mass that causes the glow cap's blue luminescence. Interesting, so it's a Hocotatian plant. Horsetail, Equestrius vindico. Horsetail family. This variety of horsetail is prevalent in regions with low nutrient content in the soil. Unlike most other plants, this particular species propagates itself through the release of spores. Very short, very sweet. Margarets, Luminosus croceus, chrysanthemum family. This plant's delicate yellow flowers often inspire waves of nostalgia, giving a bittersweet feeling to any who gaze upon them. Also very short and sweet. Fiddleheads, Violinae orchestras, fern family. At first glance, this plant resembles the spring used in the ship's sublight engine. Many of its most primitive characteristics remain intact, including its habit of spreading through the dispersal of spores. Okay, so it spreads by using spores. The Empress Ballblacks, Oculus matriarcha, grub dog family. Initial observations placed doubt on the capability of the grub dog family to support a strong ant or bee-like social structure, but the recent studies show the family is capable of such complexity for brief periods when certain external parameters are met. The egg sac of the largest female grub dog within a given range swells to dramatic portions in response to environmental changes, such as a sudden depletion of prey species. These females temporarily take on the role of pack matriarch. Also, in pack formation, it has been observed that nearly all males not involved in specimen reproduction undergo natural sex changes. The characteristics of such specimen are quite intriguing indeed. So they're like the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park. If there's no female in the group, one will develop the genes to become a female. Very interesting. And finally, the Burrowing Snagret, Chiropides anacondae, Snavian family. The majority of snagret specimens lie in wait to ambush and capture prey, with a body type perfectly adapted for such sudden strikes. It violently attacks small, surface-dwelling insects, distributed across a relatively wide range. Subspecies of snagrets suited to the varying soil conditions have emerged, making the snagret the most geographically represented species besides the bulborb. Visually resembling the burrowing snagret is the burrowing snarrow, the range of which partially overlaps with the snagret's range. While the two may appear similar, when pulled from the ground, they can be distinguished by the presence or absence of tail and wing markings. Interesting. I don't think we've seen a burrowing snarrow. Anyways, guys, that is all of our pieces here in the Treasure Hoard and Piclopedia. Thank you guys so much for joining us in today's episode of Pikmin. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Mash the like button and subscribe if you have not for more Pikmin 2 content. Next time, we'll be returning to the above ground of the Awakening Wood and finding a particular treasure that will allow us to travel to another new area. I hope to see you guys then, because we have quite the exploration day ahead. With that, we're gonna call it. Have a wonderful day, guys. Derez Plays out.